trends come and go. What was hot one year, not so much in another. Think bell bottoms replaced by skinny jeans, for example, and the same holds true for food trends. In today's Winning Plate, nutrition consultant Leslie Bonci is here to share what's hot and what's not as we head into the new year. There's just so much. I mean, I remember when Brussels sprouts exploded the market and kale was everywhere. So it changes from year to year.
It does change from year to year. And unfortunately, some of the things, it's not just an issue of trend, is there might be some unintended consequences. So we really need to be careful. The good news is some of the things that are no longer hot, thank heavens, because they weren't necessarily the best for us. But some of the things that are hot right now really might want to consider with a grain of salt. Absolutely.
Okay. So just because it's hot doesn't necessarily mean it's great. So
exactly. Just because you can buy it doesn't mean you should try it.
Right.
Yes.
So let's talk about things of the past that are behind
All right.
us.
So my favorite one that is no longer hot is the idea of detoxing. Hooray. I think we've all figured out that our liver really knows what to do. It knows how to clean itself. We don't need any external help. So no more.
No more like lemon juice for a
lemon
week.
juice, the cayenne, any of that stuff. No, you don't have to put Drano down there. It's fine. The gut knows what to do.
Okay.
Everything's working.
That is good.
Yes.
And what else is out?
Okay, so this issue of lectins, Dr. Grundy talked about this a lot. You shouldn't eat beans. Gwyneth Paltrow talked about this, not eating beans. Eat the beans. There's nothing wrong with eating beans. They are so good for us. There is nothing in there that's going to be problematic. They're cheap, they're filling, and they're really healthy.
Well,
so
and there's a lot of protein in
There's
beans.
a lot of protein in them. It's very versatile, right? They stay on a shelf for a period of time, so forget that feeling guilty or bad. If you eat the beans, eat them.
Eat beans.
Eat beans.
And low-fat diets.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when this was kind of exploding, low-fat everything, and it's kind of a gimmick because just because it's low-fat doesn't mean that there aren't other additives that are making it worse for you.
If it's low-fat, it might be higher sugar. The calorie content might be the same. You're still so hungry that you're eating your arm. So what is the point? I mean, this is the problem with it. So there's still items that are out there, but we're really getting away from that, realizing that if it is low-fat, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do a better job of burning fat.
Okay, and thin is healthiest. Amen, this is gone.
You know what is somebody can look like a pencil and really be very, very unhealthy, which is why it's more than the number on the scale. Because if people lose weight, and if they're losing fluid, and if they're losing muscle, that doesn't make you a healthier person. And there are actually some thin people that are very fat inside because they've lost a lot of muscle. So, hooray.
Yes. So it's more important to look at your BMI and not just the number on the scale,
Well, it's
right?
body mass, it's body composition, it's composition of your diet, it's overall health, and realizing we're not all going to look the same because it's our body shape and our frame size is part of it.
That's where somebody like you comes into play, where you can
I
help
try
guide
and be
people,
the voice
right?
of reason. Yes.
Okay, and you also say getting nutrition information from those who don't know.
Look at this. So soup off, 18 pounds a week because you're eating soup. No, only because you cut off your leg. I mean, there's absolutely no way that is going to happen. And so a lot of these things that are out there, just because we eat does not make us an expert. And I mean, seriously, seeing a registered dietitian, it's a good thing because we really do know what we're talking about.
Anybody who eats broth for a week is probably going to drop a few pounds.
Well, that's exactly right.
Okay. And then you say bad foods.
Right. So the only food that is truly bad is if you hear about a recall, don't eat it. If it's got something growing on it in your refrigerator and there shouldn't be anything growing on it, don't eat it. Other than that, let's get out of this mindset of bad.
Okay.
Enough.
All right. So on to what's hot. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you, but this is what's hot right now and what's trending.
Right. And keto is at least here to stay for this next year. So the premise of the keto diet is it's a lot of fat. It is a moderate amount of protein, and you're really being restrictive with your carbohydrates. So you can eat certain vegetables, have a tomato, just a tiny little bit of fruit, but it's primarily focused on protein and fat. So people feel full with that. People lose weight with that initially, but cholesterol levels might be higher.
Right.
Performance, if you're trying to exercise at this time of the year, is, oh my God, why am I so exhausted? Hello, because you're not eating the carbohydrates.
So, and I know that we've seen these like no carb diets before, and this is just another variation of that, and those have shown to not be the healthiest.
Some people respond to a diet that is lower in carbohydrates, so it's not one size fits all.
Right.
But to cut it out entirely, we don't know what impact it's having in here. Not not just the way your abs look on the outside, the way they're functioning on the inside.
Right.
We got to do core training.
Right. Okay, so what's hot? Less sugar.
Yes, and that's something that a lot of manufacturers are doing right now. So from cranberries to cereal is finding things that have less sugar in them, because too much sugar may not be good for our body all the way around. That doesn't mean none, but it does mean maybe you're not adding, or you're looking for items that specifically have less in it.
So when you're looking though at products that have less sugar, should you also be looking to see what they put in it to make it less sugar? Because it may be some sort of modified something or other.
Well, yeah, well, if you're going to look at the label and you can compare it to the regular one, you're going to see that it's lower. So in some cases, it is because there might be more water in a product. In some cases, it might be because there's an artificial sweetener. So you have to make that decision.
Okay.
Does it always make it healthier? No. Does it make it lower in sugar? It does. So it depends upon what you're looking for.
I am curious your take on this trend. Plant-based milks, because this is something that we see so much of now.
And there are more of them from now. We've got flax and hemp seed milk and oat milk. I like my oatmeal in a bowl. I really don't want to drink it. That doesn't appeal to me. And the reality of all these things is it's not a one-for-one replacement, because they're not really milks. And so nutritionally, you're not getting the same thing out of them. It's not a source of protein. It's not a source of the vitamins and minerals that are there. So if you're going to opt to use that, realize that then you're going to have to find that replacement on some other end. Otherwise, your carbohydrate intake can end up being quite high.
Okay, good.
And they're expensive.
Plant-centric meals.
Yeah,
too.
so this too, whether we're doing something like a stir fry, whether we're doing a quinoa bowl, is moving the plant to the center of the plate, moving the protein a little bit more to the side. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, as long as you make sure there's vegetables as part of it. That's what a plant is. It's vegetables, it's grains, it's nuts, it's beans. You need to do that.
Okay, so I do know people who love to fast every once in a while to kind of, they say, clear their body of toxins. And again, we're back to that whole toxins thing. So is that something that's healthy?
Well, there are two things. It's intermittent fasting and it's TRE, time restricted eating. So the benefit of that might be if somebody says, I eat my dinner at 7 and then I'm just kind of picking at night, not really hungry. If you give yourself a cutoff to say, I won't eat after 7, and you are minimizing some of those extra calories, you're probably going to see a weight loss. But you have to make sure that your timing of fasting doesn't necessarily coincide with the times you need to be active. And I won't eat during the day, but I have to work, or I have to deal with my kids, or anything else. It doesn't work that way.
Right. I know my short fuse gets shorter when
well,
I don't
that's it.
eat.
Exactly.
Right?
It's the hangry thing. It's not a pretty
good.
sight. Yeah.
Okay, and finally, gut health is really in.
It is. And so, yes, the planks, yes, the crunches, that's great. But what are you putting in to take care of your gut? Are you having yogurt with the probiotics? Are you doing the kefir? Are you doing kimchi? Are you doing kombucha? All those types of things. It's not that alone, but these things are critically important. And you need those carbs to support a healthy gut, too.
Okay. I like when you say we can have carbs, Leslie. Okay. And for more of Leslie's healthy living tips, watch for her here on PTL and check out her website. You'll find that link at kdka.com/PTL.